Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Thursday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Ashwin Berry. In the news tonight, the Electricity Control Board and Northern Electricity Distributor are currently holding stakeholder consultative meetings on the proposed tariffs for the 2024-25 financial year at the Rundu Trade Fair Center. The Acting Chief Executive Officer Toivo Shovaleka shares more.
Let me use this opportunity to thank the ECB for initiating this meeting. It is indeed a very important meeting. It is the first time, in fact it's the very first time in the history of NORAD that we can come together in this fashion so that we gain understanding of the tariffs, the methodology which is applied, and also just how does it come about that we present for a review. But it's also a testimony that the industry in which we operate, our industry, is regulated. And that's why we have the ECB present here today. It's not just a matter of waking up one day and NORAD decides that because of the challenges we are facing, we would like to increase our tariffs. No. There is a formula, there is a process which will be, I think, which will be presented to us all today.
The Fisheries Minister Derek Clarkson and Labour Minister Uthoni Nuyoma met with fishermen employed under the Government Employment Redress Programme to discuss labour-related matters and other issues. The media was promised a press conference tomorrow about the issues addressed in the meeting today. Leandra Moores reports.
We thought it's time, let me see you also. Let us see you and not just the committee. And I also think you also wanted to see us. And some of you wanted to talk to us maybe. But that is how this meeting is now happening. And then we asked the committee, the company also to come to listen. Yes, we are having the documents here, the petitions. But for me, I will come back and talk later about this.
So if the people that are now employed are not happy, it is our duty to come and listen in a constructive dialogue. We would like to hear from you today because we have received the petitions, numerous petitions, and we want to hear from you what solutions. Because if we keep on going with dissatisfaction among ourselves, lack of consultation, it will not help us. So bear in mind that we have a limited resource that is declining against the backdrop of high unemployment in this country. So you must also remember that there are other other fishers who also still sit at home without any work. So we are here really to listen and to have a constructive dialogue so that we resolve this issue once and for all.
Now, despite the undeniable significance of biodiversity, it faces unprecedented threats from human activity. Environment Minister Pohamba Shifeta at the commemoration of International Biodiversity Day held in Lüderitz this week under the theme Be Part of the Plan, deforestation, habitat destruction, pollution, climate change and the unsustainable exploitation of natural resources are placing immense pressure on ecosystems worldwide. He said that the consequences of biodiversity loss are far-reaching, affecting everything from food security and and human health to economic stability and cultural heritage. Shifeta says the only way to reduce the decline in biodiversity loss is to transform people's roles, responsibilities, actions, and their relationship to nature and the biodiversity within it. He said that human activities produce greenhouse gas emissions, and around half of the emissions remain in the atmosphere, while others are absorbed by the land and the ocean globally. Shifeta said that this year's theme is a call to action for all stakeholders to halt and reverse the loss of biodiversity by supporting the implementation of the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, also referred to as the Biodiversity Plan. He said that Namibia, through the ministry, has already started the process of stakeholder consultation to review the achievements and challenges and identify gaps and bottlenecks regarding the implementation of the National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan. This year, we have chosen to commemorate this day in the Karas region, which is home to biodiversity resources within the terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems. Shifeta said that the region is also endowed with a lot of mineral resources, which significantly contribute to national income and employment, and as a result is also faced with many environmental issues that may lead to the loss of biodiversity. Stay with us as we swing over shortly to entertainment news. There's a new movie in Namibia. It's called The Skeleton Coast.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
The trailer for The Skeleton Coast was unveiled at the 77th edition of the annual Cannes Film Festival in France on the 21st of May. The movie is a collaboration between Charles Okapaleke of Play Network Studios and Panache Daringo of Monjila Studios. Produced by Rogers Ofime, the film features African cinema stars Tapelo Mokoena, Inidima Okojie, Shuna Daringo, Cindy Mahlangu, and more.
The problem I have with these big companies, they come to our land, pollute it, desecrate it. The bottom line is always about money.
You know what I like about people like you is that you always put yourself first. Now work with me, and I guarantee your name will be written in the stars.
Lunamite exploration has been futile.
We made a new, exciting discovery. At 10 a.m. this morning,
a group of all-black scientists took a flight to the Skeleton Coast,
led by the capable Dr. Samantha Gold.
No. Why are you coming? I'm a businessman, Samantha. I want to see exactly what the fuck you're doing with my money.
They'll be attempting to discover the very rare Lunamite, which has eluded the science world for over 70 years.
We believe will greatly advance the world of technology. Are you with me?
I miss you.
Then help me.
Let's not forget the elephant in the room. If the Lunamite even exists, someone would have found it by now.
It contains high properties of radioactive elements, higher than uranium and iridium.
You saw the atomic structure. 134. What are they going to do with this thing?
If somebody else finds the stone, what then?
I don't need to sell myself to you. You know exactly what I can do.
Get the hell off our land!
Let me remind you.
I'm the fucking boss.
You are a joke. A little fish is about to be circled by hungry sharks.
You think anybody's gonna believe you when you tell them you found the Lunamite?
Say one more word.
Our land is sacred, and it should be treated that way.
Truly exciting and riveting. That movie was shot in Namibia. Stay with us as we swing over to the story of the day.
Introducing 061 Express, brought to you by Synergy in proud partnership with Windhoek Express. Here's your chance to make your voice heard to celebrate the businesses that make Windhoek exceptional. From your favorite coffee spot to the salon that always gets your style just right. It's time to shine a spotlight on the gems of our city. Over the next 8 weeks, it's your chance to vote for your favorites to recognize the best of the best. Nominations open on the 25th of April and close on the 5th of May. To nominate your favorite business, simply save this number, 085-785-6231, and WhatsApp #061Express or scan the QR code below and follow the on-screen instructions. By nominating your favorites, you're not only supporting local businesses, but you also stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Namibian dollars in cash. The voting process will be the same as the nominations process, using the Synergy chatbot and the #061Express. Voting opens on June 5th and closes on June 23rd. Make sure to cast your vote for the best of the best. The winners will be announced on June 28th. 061Express, celebrating the heartbeat of Windhoek. Get ready to make your mark.
In a story of the day, Rivaldo Kavanga, co-founder of Aeon Namibia, highlighted the significant advancements in sustainable development goals during a pivotal gathering focused on enhancing youth participation and empowerment. The event underscored the collective efforts required for the localization and achievement of the SDGs, positioning youth at the forefront of sustainable development initiatives. Prime Minister Sarah Kongelo Amadila elaborated on the benefits that small and medium-sized enterprises offer to the youth. She emphasized that SMEs play a crucial role in fostering economic growth, creating employment opportunities and driving innovation, thereby empowering young people and enhancing development. Aurelia Africana reports.
Thank you so much to all the young leaders. They provide us with a platform to speak our truth, share our ideas, and influence the decisions that shape our society. Our focus today is to engage deeply with the SDGs, understanding their significance and exploring how we, as young Namibians, can localize and champion these goals in our communities. The SDGs are not just an abstract global target. You know, sometimes you hear SDGs, you think UN, you think international, nothing to do with me. But the SDGs are a roadmap for addressing the pressing social, economic, and environmental issues we face globally and here in Namibia. From eradicating poverty and hunger to ensuring quality education and healthcare. These goals align perfectly with our aspirations for better Namibia. This engagement gives us the chance to unite under the banner of the SDGs, to own them, domesticate them, and achieve them for the betterment of ourselves, our country, and its people. The #B3 Youth Campus is more than just a venue. It is a beacon of hope for Namibian youth, a center where young people are urged to implore to make use of their potential for the advancements of the SDGs as well. May this shared commitment and enthusiasm make today's engagement a catalyst for transformation and growth. Let us pledge to leave no one behind as we march forward towards 2030 and beyond. Thank you also.
Program that support SMEs that comprises of a credit facility, a venture capital fund, a credit guarantee scheme, and training and mentorship program in order to tap into the potential of SMEs, which is really a conduit for entrance into the formal private sector. And we know that there are many members of the indigenous communities that have been left on the margins of our economy. And we have a high growth of the economy that does not really translate into prosperity that is shared amongst all Namibians, and we have high levels of inequities. I hope that we are no longer the second most unequal country in the world. We are striving to just get out of that category, and you are the key to getting us out of that. Government also promotes improved access to markets for youth businesses, because this is what is most important. Sometimes young people come up with very good ideas, they raise funds, they implement these projects, and they cannot sustain them because they really just cannot get into the market. Because some of the established businesses in the market are not looking inside at local emerging entrepreneurs, they prefer to import goods from outside. So we decided that since government is the single largest procurer of goods and services, we are going to apportion a part of our tenders and reserve that for young people. And when you put that together with the funding facility, really you can no longer complain because you are providing.
Stay with Sunset News as we head into community talk shortly.
The Agenda is a weekly national affairs interview program hosted every Sunday by Namibian Sun editor Toivon Jabela, featuring a panel of high-profile newsmakers, analysts, and experts. The Agenda aims to reach high-end news consumers seeking informed understanding of national issues. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and the Namibia Media Holdings Facebook platform. The Agenda focuses on interviews where we put the nation in the hot seat. Contact Agenda at synergy.com.na to get your product and service in the hot seat. The Agenda, focused on today's conversation.
NAMRA hosted the World Customs Organization's 39th Governing Council meeting in Swakopmund. Minister of Finance Ipumbu Shimi applauded NAMRA and customs officials on safekeeping between borders. Precious Ngina Taunapo reports.
In the month of July. So we're looking forward to that. Obviously, we won't stop there. We'll want to establish similar arrangement with our neighbors so that trade can flow very easily. I'm also happy that you are talking about partnership, cooperation, because if we do that, we can also help to combat illicit goods and transnational crimes. Because you as customs administrators, you are actually at the center of these kind of crimes. And if you work together, you will be able to help us to combat these illegal activities. So please continue to work together. We, as policymakers, value the work that you do. You must count on our support, because if there is no revenue that is collected by the Revenue Authority, there won't be any development. If there is no cooperation, if customs do not connect, we will not be able to realize the fruits of our free trade areas. We will not be able to trade globally, and therefore development will be stifled. So once again, I'm happy that you are here, and I wish you fruitful discussions. Thank you very much.
You are still with Sunset News, and we'll be heading into economic news and indicators shortly.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
The MSME Food Safety Compliance Training was held in Walvish Bay. CEO of Ialago Food Assurance Consultants, Ruth Martinez Lago, tells us more.
My name is Ruth Martinez Lago, CEO and co-founder of Ialago Food Assurance Consultants, based in Walvis Bay, Namibia. We are food safety and quality assurance consultants, targeting mostly big enterprises, businesses that are producing food for export. Today we are in Walvis Bay, here for the food safety compliance training. targeting SMEs as well as food vendors in the informal sector. The reason for this project is that we wanted these SMEs to have access to expert consultants as well as trainers and equip them with knowledge on how to produce food safely. This is very important to us and it's close to our heart because there are a lot of alarming statistics according to the World Health Organization, whereby they say 600 million cases of foodborne illnesses are reported every year, and out of those are 420,000 deaths. So these are quite alarming, if we can say, and for that reason we started this initiative so that we can lower those statistics, especially in Namibia. So in today's training, we are going to cover topics on food hygiene, processing food hygienically, and we're going to also have these SMEs to network with each other and share good practices. So it's a very good initiative from my opinion, and we've received also good feedback. Okay, and one thing is we're also going to have this in 2 other towns. We're going to have this done in 2 other towns, in Windhoek next week on the 30th of May, as well as in Ongwediva on the 6th of June. This training would not have been possible without our sponsors' help. Okay, so we've got various sponsors that have chipped in. They've answered our call to supporting food safety in Namibia. So our very special thank you to our sponsors who made it possible for us to host these events in the 3 towns of Walvis Bay, Windhoek and Ongwediva, Manica Group Namibia, FNB Namibia, ONL Leisure Hotel and Lodges, Gondwana Collection, as well as individuals such as Jose Maria Martinez Lago, an aquaculture consultant. And we've also got the local authorities who have made it possible by availing someone from the mayor's office, a leader, to motivate us, as well as an environmental practitioner, so that they will be able to encourage us and give us, their perspective as a regulator. Would also like to thank Plastic Packaging, who are going to support us, especially for the Windhoek session, and many others. Thank you very much. We're very grateful.
Let's have a look at the economic indicators. Gold is currently trading in red, but we'll swing back to those details just now. 18.34 Namibian dollars gets you $1 US. 23.32 Namibian dollars means you can get a British pound. And for 1 Chinese yuan, it's 2.53 Namibian dollars. Back to those commodities, gold trades at 2,363.58 an ounce, currently on minus 0.79%, whilst copper, Brent crude oil and platinum managed some upticks. Let's now swing over for the latest in the sporting world from the sports desk with Ari.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. It was a big final played at the Viva Stadium. It was the Europa League final. Winners Atalanta. Atalanta beating Leverkusen. It's by Leverkusen. They beat them by 3-0. Big win for Atalanta. Very significant for Atalanta in the win. It is their first major trophy in 61 years. So a great achievement by them. They beat the team of Leverkusen that haven't lost a game in 51 games. So it was also not a good day for the coach Xabi Alonso. The German team had a very successful season so far in the 2024 season. What happened in the game was it was Ademola Lookman that was the star for Atalanta. He scored a hat-trick. He scored all 3 goals in Atalanta's win for their major title. So Atalanta, the winners of the Europa League Championship 2024. Moving on to tennis news, it is gearing up for Roland Garros, the French Open that will start this coming Sunday, and there's still qualifying going on. Southern African interest, it is Lloyd Harris that unfortunately fell out in the second round of the qualifying tournament against Mattia Bellucci, 6-1, 7-6. He lost that game. Also a 2-time finalist at Roland Garros, that is Dominic Thiem, also out in the second round of qualifying. He lost to Toto Virtanen, and the score is 6-2, 7-5. Another tournament going on, taking place at the moment, is a WTA women's tournament, the Strasbourg International. Number 1 seed, Marketa Vondrousova, she safely through to the quarterfinals, and she beat Magdalena French by 5-7, 6-1 and 6-love. Also number 2 seed, that is Beatriz Haddad Maia of Brazil. She's through. She beat American Emma Navarro by 6-4 and 7-6 to advance to the semi-finals. Continuing international sports news with cricket news, and it is Indian Premier League. Its eliminators taking place at the moment. It was the Rajasthan Royals that beat the Royal Challengers Bangalore by 4 wickets. So just 3 teams left now in the tournament. On Friday, it will be the Rajasthan Royals that will play against the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and the winner of that game on Sunday will play in the final. That will be against the Kolkata Knight Riders. And to close off today's international sports news, it is soccer news from the English Premier League. It is coach Vincent Kompany. He's currently the coach of Burnley that indicated that he reached a verbal agreement with Bayern Munich, and that is to coach at Bayern Munich. A difficult situation for Burnley. That is because it was Vincent Kompany that signed a 5-year extension of his contract in 2023. So it is Bayern Munich that will try to buy him out. Bayern Munich looking for a coach because Thomas Tuchel, that was their coach for a few years, he retired, or indicated in February this year that he will step down as coach, and it is Vincent Kompany, very experienced as a coach now, had big success with Anderlecht and Burnley, and also as a player won 4 Premier League titles with Manchester City. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Thank you for staying with Sunset News throughout the broadcast. From me, Ashton Berry, and the Sunset News team, don't end your day without us.